The number of decisions under the UDRP, the Uniform Domain Name Dispute Resolution Policy, increased 20% in the first quarter of 2022, while the number of actual domain names in those cases rose almost 32%, contributing to an ongoing surge in domain name disputes that is continuing for a 9th consecutive year. Now, that's just one of the important takeaways from the newest issue of GigaLaw's Domain Dispute Digest for the first quarter of 2022. For all of the details, you can download a full copy of the 10-page report from my GigaLaw website. The digest captures and analyzes data from most of the UDRP service providers, including WIPO, the largest provider, which was responsible for about 60% of the decisions in the quarter. As I state in the digest, WIPO continues to refer to strong demand for its cyber squatting services, writing in January that the strong growth can be largely attributed to the greater number of people spending more time online, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, with trademark owners reinforcing their online presence to offer authentic content and trusted sales outlets to internet users. I think part of the demand is also attributable, based on what my clients are encountering, to an increase in the number of cyber squatters simply looking to profit during the pandemic too. Now, not surprisingly, about 95% of all UDRP decisions in the quarter resulted in outcomes favorable to trademark owners, demonstrating that the UDRP remains an incredibly effective tool to use against cyber squatters. The digest also includes data on the URS, which is the Uniform Rapid Suspension System. It's an alternative domain name dispute policy that was created by ICANN a number of years ago to address issues with the creation of the new top-level domains, or new GTLDs. Under the URS, though, fewer than 75% of decisions last quarter favored trademark owners, which proves the point I've been making for years. The URS is a much less desirable dispute policy, and apparently most brand owners agree. Although the number of URS cases was up about 16% in the quarter, there were still only 36 URS decisions, as compared with more than 1,700 under the UDRP. Now, of course, .com remains the most commonly disputed top-level domain under the UDRP, followed in the quarter by .net, .org, .online, .shop, .xyz, .store, .info, and .club. Under the URS, .xyz, .online, .shop, .store, .top, and .ltd were each represented in more than one decision in the quarter. Now, as usual, trademark owners from a wide variety of industries were among the most active filers of domain name dispute complaints, with such popular brands as Philip Morris, Morgan Stanley, and Amazon at the top of the list. But a number of less well-known brands were also busy filing complaints, such as apparel companies Axel Arigato and Thursday Boot Company, as well as the bank known as Lending Club, and a utility company, CenterPoint Energy. This diversity highlights one of the points I have been making for years, that the UDRP works well for just about any trademark owner. And of course, a number of companies filed their very first UDRP complaints in the quarter, perhaps because they've just become targets of cyber squatters, or perhaps they just learned about the UDRP, even though the policy has been in effect for more than 20 years. Now, there's a lot more data in this issue of GigaLaw's Domain Dispute Digest, including a list of the 10 largest UDRP cases in the quarter, the most common country code, or CCTLDs, in domain name disputes, and more details about which companies, and in one case, which author, filed the most complaints. As I said before, you can download a copy of the full report for free. And if you want to learn more about the UDRP, please check out my masterclass on domain name disputes, as well as other resources on my GigaLaw website. And be sure to subscribe to the GigaLaw YouTube channel to be notified of future videos discussing other internet legal issues. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.